Today we're going to create a Google form and embed it on our Google website. So the first thing we want to do is open up Google Drive from within our mail and then go to Create Form. And it's automatically going to ask you to rename your form. So name it something that makes sense to the students too and to the video you chose, because it will be displayed. So I chose a video about dividing fractions, so that's what I'm going to call it. I like to keep it on the default theme as to not to distract, but you can pick whatever you want. The next thing I need to do is make sure that requires the login to view the form is not checked, because I just want it to be public on my website so that students are able to answer it at home without logging in. So automatically we're ready for the first question where it says question title, and I always make that their name, and I make it a required question so that when I view the rest of their answers I can tell who answered what question. It wouldn't be multiple choice if it's their name, so I'm going to make it text. Text is a box that they can write in. Paragraph text is a larger box that they can write in. Multiple choice is obviously A, B, C, D, etc. Checkboxes means that they can have more than one correct answer, which is kind of nice because Park is like that, where they can have more than one. Choose from a list is a drop down where they can select answers from. Scale and grade are more for math. This is like on a scale of 1 to 5, and grade again is math related. Time and date is not relevant for watching videos because it's more for if you're having an event or something and they're signing up. So I'm going to pick text for name because they don't need a lot of space to write their name, and click done. Automatically you'll see it. If you don't like how something came out, you can click edit and it'll take you right back to where you are. If you want to duplicate it, it's here, and if you just want to get rid of this question, you just click the trash can, delete. I'm done, but I want to add another item, so I just click add an item. The other general question I like to add to my lessons is what is the main idea of the video or of the lesson? I like to call them lessons more than videos. For this one, I'm going to change it to paragraph text because they might want a little bit more space. And I'm going to make this a required question as well. Click done, and now you'll see that they're popping up. And this box will get longer as they type, so there is more room than it looks like there is. Then I might go ahead and start to ask them some math questions or some sample questions. For example, I might have 1/2 multiplied by 1/4 is, and I might form it in that way, and then I might make it multiple choice, and you can see that I can write my answers in here. So my answer is 1/8, so I'm not going to put it first, maybe I'll put 1/7. You just click the box below to get another choice to show up, another box for an answer. 1/8. Okay. So I'm giving them 3 choices. You can give them as many as you want. So I'm not going to make this one a required question. And the reason that you might not make something a required question is if they choose to leave it blank, you can talk to them and tell them that means they did not know the answer, and that's a signal to you that they're going to need help with it. Speaking of help, you can put something in here. You might say, remember the example from the video, or something that might make a connection for them to help them if they need it to solve this problem. So I'm done, and you can see that's what it looks like. Okay, so I could continue on adding items. The nice thing is you can vary the kind of question that you're asking. You don't need to stick with all the same kind. And when you are finished, you have a few things at the bottom that you can choose from. So the first thing is this box right here. So this is the message that students will see after they submit their form. So maybe you just want to put great job. We will review this lesson tomorrow. Or perhaps you want to put something like you have an additional assignment that goes with it. Remember to complete your math journal next. can even put your name if you want to make it a little bit more personal. This show link to submit another response is if you want them to be able to complete this multiple times, and I don't. I just want one from each person. I don't want them to see the answers, obviously. It's for homework. We don't need them seeing the other kids' answers. And there's no reason that I can see at this point that they need to go back to be able to edit their answers. I want to know what they know up front so that I can differentiate the next day. So I'm done. I probably have more questions than this. Maybe I like to have about 5 or 6 just to get a general idea. Send form. Okay, so I can either send it to them through their email addresses, which would go here, but that's not my goal for today. My goal for this form is to put it on my website and have them fill it out after watching the video. So I want to embed it. So I click on the embed code, and I can do Control-C to copy it, and click Done. So now the code for this form, the HTML code, is being stored on a clipboard on my computer. If I go ahead and click on my website, and find where I want to place my form, which is on this flipped homework page, here's the video that they're going to watch before this form. So if I click Edit Page, I want my form to go either under it, right here, or next to it, over here, which is why I have my Google site layout as 2-column, okay, because I'm going to be able to put it over here. So I am going to put it here. I have a Google code, I have a HTML code, so I want to click Edit HTML Source. There is none on here because you can see that this column was totally blank. So if I hit return a few times to move that down, and I paste it in, and I click Update, there's my Google form. So if I click Save, you can see that here is my Google form that goes along with this video right here. So there you go. That's how you embed a Google form with a video that you might already have posted for flipped homework.